So if you're a fan of ceviche, you're gonna love Kelaguen. It's a Chamorro dish that I've grown up eating at family get-togethers, and like ceviche, the meat is cooked by the acids in the lemon juice and can be eaten at room temperature or cold out of the refrigerator. I'm mostly familiar with chicken Kelaguen, and that's normally made with pre-cooked rotisserie chicken, but I've seen Kelaguen made with all types of proteins: chicken, beef, tuna, salmon, sardines, spam, you name it. So instead of doing chicken Kelaguen today, I'm going to be making it with shrimp, which I think if you're new to Kelaguen but are familiar with shrimp ceviche, this is a great way to try it out. We're going to start off with some fresh coconut. Start by finding the 3 dots at the base of the coconut and then follow the line. Once you get to the middle of that, use a blunt object like the back of your knife and strike down hard until it splits open. Yeah, you'll eventually get it open. Empty out the coconut water into a bowl, and you can either drink this or toss it or do whatever you want. Next, cut and scoop out the pulp for the coconut. Yeah, this is going to take a bit. Now we need to peel the skin off of the pulp. Now, we're going to get super frustrated about halfway through this. Now, if you're like me and you're not that well versed in dealing with coconuts, it might be a better idea to find fresh grated or fresh chunks if you can. I found these 4-ounce bags of fresh coconut chunks and found this way easier to work with. So we're going to blend about 4 to 6 ounces. I used about 8 ounces and it ended up being way too much. And then we're just going to blend this till it's nice and broken down. Pour this out into a bowl and then set aside. For a family of 4, we're going to use about a pound of shrimp, and traditionally it's shredded up a lot. So I'm going to break down each shrimp by smashing it with a fork. And then to add a little bite to the texture, I'm going to cut half of them into small bits, and this is totally up to you. Now in a large bowl, add the shrimp with a cup of that shredded coconut, and then we're going to squeeze in the juice of 4 lemons. Next, I'm taking about a little less than half of a white onion and I'm going to give it a rough chop. Along with a handful of Thai peppers for a little heat. Season with about a half a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of cracked black pepper. I'm also adding 1 red pepper and about a tablespoon of green onion for a little color. Mix it into the bowl, cover it with some saran wrap, and let it sit for about 8 hours. So I realized after taking my Kelaguen out of the fridge that I should have put it in a shallow pan. The bowl doesn't properly allow the acid from the lemon juice to fully cook all of the shrimp quick enough. So I'm transferring this to a 13x9 baking dish, squeezing in another lemon for good measure, and then stirring it all up and patting it down. And then I'm going to cover it up and put it back in the fridge, and we'll check back on it in 8 hours. You'll know when it's done when the shrimp is white and opaque. And now it's done. Just top it over some white rice with some fenadeni. If you haven't seen that recipe, I'll leave a card up at top, and we're ready to eat. All right, it's time to dig in. That is good stuff. That is really good stuff. It's tangy, it's spicy. It's really got a ceviche feel to it. It's from the shrimp. Like I said, I'm used to having it with chicken, but with shrimp, it is really good. And if you're not used to this cuisine, this is a great starter, especially if you love food like ceviche. This is very close to it. It's got more of like an islander vibe to it from the soy sauce and the coconut. And top with the fenadeni, this really puts it all together. This is a great meal that I enjoy from the islands, and I hope you enjoy it too. So that's all I have for this recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I put new videos up every week. And if there's something on the channel that you'd like to see, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video.